Every single day, I carry the same essential items with me, and without them, I don't know where I'd be in my life. I don't know if I'd be where I am today. Because of these tech items, I have become a more productive and creative person. So today, I'll share with you my everyday carry. Let's go. This is the F-Lite Lightweight Ultimate Travel Bag, the Posse 35-liter Ripco bag. This bag is the foundation of my everyday carry, and it comes absolutely everywhere with me. I take it to university, I take it to work. When I was doing a lot of research, it took me a while actually to land on a bag like this, but one thing that was absolutely necessary, it had to have a laptop sleeve that was really protective for my MacBook. Of course, also my iPad as well. It will fit into this laptop compartment, which is just in the top here. You open it, chuck your MacBook in. It's also got this soft material, so anti-scratches. It's going to keep your laptop safe or your iPad safe. The bottom of the laptop sleeve, it doesn't actually go to the very bottom of the backpack like most backpacks do. It stops at around about here when I need to put my bag down, and I drop it like this. It's not, the bottom of my Mac or my iPad isn't going to get damaged, or it's not going to hit the ground abruptly. We move on to this small little sunglasses pocket. It's super easy access. I'll either put my AirPods in here. Then we move on to the main compartment, which is actually super big. Like I said, this backpack is 35 liters, so it'll fit a lot in there. In this main compartment, we actually have a whole lot of storage space. There's actually an extra pocket up here in the main compartment, which is where I take all my cables. But it's also really, you can see from here, like the depth of your main compartment is, like, it is massive. Then we zip that main compartment up, moving on to the next compartment of the bag, and we have the front compartment, or the front pocket. So I put my pens in here. It's got like a little pocket for pens, really good for organizing stuff. Another pocket is this small pocket, and I just put my wallet in here. It has 2 water bottle sleeves on the outside of the backpack. Now this was super important to me because I've had way too many bad experiences where the water is inside the backpack and they don't have actual water bottle sleeves. You have to put the water inside the backpack and it's either leaking. So you can put water bottles in these backpacks. This is where I put my water bottle. Now this water bottle is actually insulated, but if, let's say, we didn't have an insulated water bottle, we can put the water bottle in here, and this material here is waterproof. It's waterproof, and it's also actually insulated, so it'll keep your drinks cool. This pocket over here is not insulated, but it's just a normal type of material that you see on the inside of the main compartment. Also, this bag is also super light. Like, it's not heavy at all, super lightweight. So that's what makes it great for carrying it around all day through the city and to uni and everything. But that's basically the backpack, sort of looking like that. It's $140. So this is the bag. It's a super good bag. I will put a link in the description for anyone who's looking to cop this. Other than that, it's really good, and I love it. I've been using the MacBook Air M1 for my uni career, and it's been my best friend for a couple of years now. It's just been really good for me, especially with the new M series chips. They're really powerful and super fast, and they can handle a lot of heavy workflows that previous Intel chips just couldn't. It handles all my workflow as a student and a part-time filmmaker. So the apps I use on a day-to-day basis are like Notion, Safari, Microsoft Office Suite like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and then also I edit on DaVinci Resolve. I have a couple of those apps open at the same time, and from my experience, never once has the MacBook decided to crash or slow down. Just the M1 chip is super powerful in multitasking and using lots of different apps at one time. It handles my day-to-day workflow really well. I guess my workflow isn't that demanding. In the next couple of years, I'll be looking to upgrade. I want to get a MacBook Pro with either the M2 or M3 chip, as those are more powerful. What would you guys recommend? Let me know. That's what I'm looking to get into as my workflow becomes a bit more demanding and sophisticated. But as of right now, as I'm just doing mainly student work and financial work on my Mac, the MacBook Air M1 is all I need right now. Okay, so this is my iPad Pro 11-inch second generation. Paired with the Apple Pencil, it actually turns into my personal digital notebook. It serves as a media player, it serves as a second external display. If I'm not carrying my MacBook around, I'm almost always carrying around my iPad. It is easy to take notes on, so I'm constantly drawing my graphs and taking notes in apps like Notability on the iPad, and the Apple Pencil is super helpful with that. The iPad is also great for taking a break and watching my favorite TV shows and YouTube videos, and it always comes in clutch when I'm eating on the go. I also plan out all my days on my iPad using Outlook as the app. I could use Apple Calendar, but I just like Outlook better because I've always used that and I just stay loyal to Outlook. With the Apple Continuity, and the mouse on my Mac will automatically connect with my iPad, so I can seamlessly use the trackpad on my Mac and use it as if the iPad was a second screen. And this is really helpful for when I'm watching lectures, so I can watch the lecture on my iPad and take notes on my MacBook without having to switch between desktops on my MacBook when I need to use it as an external display on the go, a mini TV. I don't have to worry about carrying a bunch of books and pens and stuff around because it's my notebook where I can write and draw notes, and it's also my planner. It really is really amazing. Yes, so as for earbuds in my everyday carry, I use the Apple AirPods 3rd generation. I got these bad boys ages ago and they pretty much come with me everywhere I go. They're super small and easy to carry, and with Apple you know you're guaranteed great sound quality. Also, the fact that it links up with all my other devices automatically depending on which device I'm on is super clutch. I just control my music by just squeezing on the sides of them. And yeah, that's basically it. There's not much to say about these. They're just some regular AirPods, and listening to music and answering calls hands-free makes my life a whole lot easier. Okay, now these are the Sony WCH, who knows what they're called. They're made by Sony. The only piece of tech in my EDC that isn't Apple. Pretty much because basically, as a uni student, I wasn't about to go and spend $900 on a pair of Apple AirPods. The thing is, those things they're just way too expensive, and I could spend my money on so much more things that is a lot more worth it. I don't use these a whole lot, but when I do use them, then they're really good. So I wasn't gonna go and spend $900. But these get the job done for me. They are the Sony WH-CH720N headphones. Noise cancelling. I like how they're white because I just like white headphones. They look clean. They got good build quality. This is adjustable as well. I bought these for 250 AUD, and even when you put them on, I can't really hear anything right now, and the noise cancelling isn't actually active. It has got a power on button, charges by USB-C, which is really handy, and then it's also got an aux cable on the other side, on your right earmuff. you have some other options for playback. You can switch between noise cancelling mode and ambient mode. So if you're in a situation where you don't want to take your headphones off, or maybe you can't for whatever reason it is, you can just press this button that changes it from noise cancelling mode to the ambient mode, and so you can hear what's going on in the outside world, and it's sort of amplified, and so you can hear people talking easily as if you didn't have the headphones on at all. Then if we move to the side, we have 3 buttons. There's one for lowering the volume, one to pause the playback, and one to increase the volume. So these headphones are super good for functionality. All the buttons are super good. Noise cancelling's pretty decent. The sound quality on these is actually super good. I would say it's actually better than my AirPods. Build quality is really good. Functionality with the buttons is really good. The charging doesn't take long at all, and the battery will last us a good... Geez, I hardly ever have to charge these. I charge these literally once a month. Literally. There's a cool way to check the battery on these actually. So if we just tap the power button once, and it'll be like, battery is at 60%.
Battery, about 40%.
Super good headphones, super comfy. I can wear them for ages, especially when I'm editing all the time. So yeah, these are really good. Love these headphones. Let's move on to my next item. The other tech that I use, and it's an absolute must carry for my everyday journey, is my Apple Watch. Now I just have the Apple Watch SE. It's been great for tracking my fitness, viewing my text messages and emails. When I'm in the kitchen, it's also a timer. I can also control music playback through Spotify, adjusting the volume on my watch. Everything on the watch is actually really helpful. I can track my sleep on it and see the amount of hours that I've had as well, which is really good to build habits of getting to bed on time. And last but not least, of course, the phone that I use and is the brain of my EDC is my iPhone 14 Pro. Now I used to have an iPhone 11 and I upgraded to the iPhone 14 Pro. So the jump from that is pretty big, as you would imagine. The iPhone 14 Pro cameras have been a massive jump from the iPhone 11 cameras and is really good these days. This whole video was shot on an iPhone 14 Pro, the one that I have. The display is also really good. With the Super Retina XDR display, it's also super bright, especially in situations where I'm out in the sun and the sunlight is shining right onto the phone. I can still see the phone super easy. The battery life on the phone will literally last me forever. I barely have to charge my iPhone. For day-to-day usage, the phone literally lasts so long. Playing music, watching videos, a massive step up from the iPhone 11. Even on 30% of battery, the iPhone 14 will power through and last you the rest of the afternoon or the night. It also comes minimum with 128 gigabytes of storage. Now my previous iPhone only had 64 gigabytes of storage and I was maxing out that phone. So this phone for me is literally perfect. I do use iCloud storage for my photos, but I still don't have to worry about it. And the other thing that's really cool about this iPhone, the iPhone 14 Pro was the first iPhone of its kind to introduce the dynamic island, which is a cool little feature replacing the old notch on the iPhones. You can set timers on it, you can play music. Yeah, Apple goes into more detail on the website, which I'll link in below. But the dynamic island on the iPhone 14 Pro is something that I have really enjoyed using and something that makes me feel like I've actually gotten a new iPhone. And that's about it for the iPhone. It has just been such a good upgrade for me. It is a powerhouse. When I say the Pro phones are a powerhouse, trust me, they are a powerhouse. So, as I navigate my adulthood living in this beautiful city, the tech items in my everyday carry help me to stay productive, and it really allows me to be my most creative self, whether it's with my iPad and my Apple Pencil, or listening to music with either my AirPods or my noise-cancelling headphones. They all tie in together to form a team that really supports me throughout this chapter in my life. And that's my everyday carry.
Now that you are saved, what is next? The answer to that question is the most important decision of your entire lifetime.